Rematches. We got a rematch coming at the end of January. Sergey Kovalev versus Jean Pascal 2. The first fight was a good fight. It was an entertaining fight. We got a good stoppage. You can't fault the fight itself. But I didn't think it warranted a rematch. But the question is, for this rematch, can Jean Pascal improve on his performance? Because that's why he's coming back. He thinks he's got a shot. Ade, can Jean Pascal improve?
I don't know if it's whether he can improve. It's can he improve enough to even make it more of a fight? Because I think when you say the first fight was good, and the first fight was good, but it's because he was moving around a bit and didn't want to trade.
Yeah,
you got to trade to win. You got to land something to win. When he tries to land, lights out, and we saw that. And I think it stopped him around 7 or 8.
8, I think.
But I think it's from round 5 he started feeding the power, and he didn't really want to know after that. Yes, he's added Freddie Roach from his corner. I don't know what that means anymore. I'm not a Freddie Roach fan, to be honest. Every Freddie Roach fight in the last 4 or 5 years has gone wrong for me, whether it be, this so-called new improved Cotto, which isn't really fighting anyone, and Pacquiao, who's gone down a level. So I'm not really sure what that means. But what I will say is this. I don't mind rematches. People seem to not like rematches. If it's a good fight, regardless. This could have been a rematch. Late 2016. Jean Pascal's had one fight in between this one. He lost that. Was a majority decision. At best, he got a draw.
That was a 10 rounds, wasn't it?
So I don't know how that gives you any confidence or even warrants a rematch. All this screams out for me is this is Kathy Duva, who's desperate to get Kovalev a fight, because right now she's tried everything. She tried Stevenson, she's tried Ward, she's probably tried other things, they're not working. Okay, Pascal, it's in Canada, it sells, let's do it again. That's all I see, desperation.
So to you, I see it slightly different when you talk about Freddie Roach. I think Freddie Roach is a good addition to Jean Pascal. The best Jean Pascal is always an aggressive Jean Pascal. The Jean Pascal that was aggressive with Carl Froch. The Jean Pascal that was aggressive with Hopkins in the first fight for the first 3 or 4 rounds when he dropped him a couple of times. The same Jean Pascal that was aggressive in the Chad Dawson fight. Now, regardless if he won those fights or not, when Pascal fights aggressive, he fights well. Freddie Roach is an aggressive trainer. And having someone like that should play into Pascal's favour. Pascal done good in the first fight, but he done that fake Roy Jones type style. The right hand, left hand low, trying to pot shot. That is not Pascal's best fighting attributes. His best attribute is being fast, being aggressive, letting combinations go. That's why I think he wants to rematch. Because I think he looks back at that fight and think, guess what? I didn't use my skills to the best of my ability.
You say the aggressive, and I know you just mentioned whether he won those fights or not, but you can't disregard those fights. The fact is, he was aggressive against Carl Froch, was a good fight, but he lost. He was aggressive against Chad Dawson. Guys, go and watch the fight. He was gassing. The fight was stopped on a cut. He was going to get stopped in that fight, or he was going to lose. I thought anyway. And even the Hopkins fight was aggressive, and Hopkins then came from round 3 onwards. Hopkins took over. Minus the 2 knockdowns, Hopkins should have won that fight, and I think Hopkins thought he won the fight. Pascal thought Hopkins won that fight. I remember at the end of the thing where Pascal was, a bit embarrassed to carry the belts. So the most aggressive Pascal is still a Pascal that still doesn't perform to the best he can do. I think the problem for Pascal is that, okay, look, you want to try and box Kovalev. Kovalev's a better boxer than Pascal. We know that. You want to try and be aggressive with Kovalev at your mercy. You know what I mean? We saw what Caparella? Who's the fighter that put Kovalev down? Campillo, Caparella. Put him down, flash knockdown. I've never seen Kovalev's eyes so angry when he got back up. He got back up and boom, blitzed him. But Hopkins thought I could show you a few little, little feints. No, there as well.
See, that's difficult. That's the thing about Kovalev, which impresses me more than his punching power. And let's be fair, I'm the biggest Hopkins fan you guys will ever meet. So you can't disregard Hopkins' age. Because Hopkins was 50 years old, and for the past 3 years he was still whooping young guys' ass. He was whooping Pascal. He was beating
Tavares Cloud. Embarrassingly.
Shumanov. He collected 2 titles. In his late 40s, 50s. So you can't say, Hopkins was old. No, he was beating these young guys. Kovalev showed in that fight, I'm smart enough strong enough and have the boxing IQ to go into the ring with a master. Yeah, Hopkins was keeping distance, keeping range, boxing, befuddling these guys. Hopkins didn't do zero of that against Kovalev. He couldn't. Hopkins was actually fighting back, saying, "Look, I need to punch this guy a lot because this guy is on my ass."
Yes.
I take away from Brother Nazim, keep that real estate.
Yeah.
Kovalev took Hopkins' real estate.
Took all of it.
You know what I'm trying to say? That shows that ring IQ, and on top of the punching power, he's got ring swabby.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that, and it's Hopkins realised that as well. I think from round one when he realised that I need to do something to deter him.
Yeah,
it's almost a GGG factor where you've got to fight fire with fire sometimes. Yeah. And as much as we like the new Pascal and this new aggressive Pascal, he hasn't got a punch.
No,
I mean, he's not the biggest puncher. He's got the best body in boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looks fantastic. But really and truly, guys, this guy is minus all the muscles. The guy should be at 160.
Yeah.
Minus all the muscles. He's 5'10", 5'10", 5'11" max.
Off the protein shakes.
Get off the protein shake. Get off the gym. This guy should be fighting at middleweight. The fact is, he's fighting at big light heavyweight. Yeah. And these guys are just too strong and too big, which is why he gets tired, because he's throwing so much at them and they're still coming. He hasn't got the punch power to keep. He couldn't keep Carl Froch off a super middle. He can't keep these guys off. Kovalev is just, he swarms you. He literally gets you cornered like GG and then starts landing. And once he lands one on Pascal, Pascal's no two ways about it. Pascal's going to think of the fight was what, a year ago and think, I don't want this, I don't want this. And I expect it to be an early stoppage.
Yeah, I think it could be an early stoppage. I think it could be an early stoppage because, like I said, Freddie Roach is an aggressive trainer. And I think Pascal thinks, guess what? I done good for the first half of the fight until I got stopped. And he was doing that pot shot and stuff, that rubbish. If he came out aggressive and tried to actually fight his best fight, which is being aggressive and being fast and being explosive, he sees opportunity.
That's what he's got, the fast and explosiveness. That I give him.
The difference is, though, is that as much as I can see it being an early stoppage in terms of being a fast, aggressive fight, and you can say, guess what? If you fight aggressive, everyone could get caught. So Pascal could get an early stoppage, Kovalev could get an early stoppage, you know, because it's a fast, aggressive fight. Seeing the Hopkins fight with Kovalev makes me think Kovalev's smarter than the average bear. If someone's fighting aggressive with you in boxing, what do? You box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? You don't fight fire with fire.
You don't want to go toe to toe.
Exactly. You box. Yeah.
Pascal wants to go toe to toe. That's the bet's about, isn't it? That's what I was saying. You can't knock me out. I bet you can't knock me out before. So he wants him to go toe to toe.
You get my point, yeah? Kovalev is smart. Look at the Hopkins fight. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah? Kovalev was the first guy that legitimately had a chance to stop Hopkins, and he didn't. He boxed patient, aggressive, but patient, and use his ring craft and his ring smarts. Yeah, and that shows me something different about Kovalev, where it's like he's got more. His gym bag's full. Yeah, know what I mean? Pascal's gym bag is only like 75% full. Pascal is, like you said, is trying to play tricks and trying to get into the mind. Let's fight. Let's go aggressive. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. He needs that mental edge. Kovalev already has that mental edge.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's going to take something special to beat Kovalev, almost, and I probably mentioned them together because when I think of GG, I think of Kovalev for some reason. They remind me of each other. It's going to take something very special. And the only person out there that I think could, and it's a very big could, because we haven't seen what this guy's done properly for nearly 5 years now. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how long the Froch was. It's Andre Ward. Yeah. Andre Ward's the only guy that I think could cause him problems because of his style, because of his aggressiveness. He likes to fight inside, can fight a bit dirty, always keeps himself in really good, top shape. But we're talking shoulder surgery, we're talking nearly a 3-year layoff. Yeah. That ain't a joke.
No, that's not a joke.
So I'd like to see what Andre Ward can do if he fights him.
Those are all ifs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about today, right now. There's 3 fighters I'd rather see Kovalev in with. And 3 fights for different reasons. It doesn't mean these guys will win, it means it will show me different elements about Kovalev that I'm interested to see. First one that I would like him to see against would be from Farah.
Okay.
Now, not saying from Farah is a killer, but from Farah's big at the weight, 6'2", 6'3". He's busy, he's aggressive. He will give Kovalev something to think about. Yeah. And even though
got a bit of pop at him as well.
Yeah, a little bit of pop. Even though look at the Stevenson fight, that was a slow-paced fight. Look, from Farah learned from that fight, and the from Farah we're seeing now is much better than the from Farah that fought Stevenson.
You think, even after the Cleverly performance?
Even after the Cleverly performance. Okay, it was an aggressive fight, it was an entertaining fight, but let's be fair, Farah won the fight hands down.
I wouldn't say hands down.
It wasn't split decision.
No, it wasn't, but it wasn't hands down.
What would you agree? 7-5?
He got hit a lot.
7-5?
Yeah, 7-5's close.
8-4?
7-5's close. From a Cleverly that we know's mine's not right, it's close. If Kovalev hits him with what Cleverly hit him with,
true.
Call a stretcher.
Yeah. I also want to see him in with Bertobiev. Yes, Bertobiev is fresh. Yes, he's not let's say at the elite level yet.
Yeah.
But sometimes you see a fighter and you think, guess what? He's got something there. No. I'm very interested to see what he has and what.
The way he embarrassed Campia with the walkaway punch. And the way he destroyed Cloud, there's something there.
The way it's definitely something there. I think it's really, really interesting.
Right.
I think he brings something to the table. And the third person I see is Andre Ward, as they said. If we had the Ward that we think we had, but thinking about the Ward and being Ward is two different things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see him in against someone like Jurgen Bremer. That European style of boxing, that kind of aggressive pot shot. He pot shot very weird. His style's very awkward as well.
Yeah. He moves that little.
Kovalev so far has come up with everyone that's been quite rigid. That kind of awkward style. And he's getting no credit over there.
No, but Jurgen Bremer is so underrated, it's unbelievable, and he's so underrated that you actually forget about him. He reminds me of the last of that Dariusz Mikuszewski, who was underrated and ducked because he fought in Germany. Remember Henry Maskey? Yeah, another underrated that gets ducked and gets forgotten about. These guys, they're serious. They're all serious.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that's what I'd like to see him in against. But I mean, ideally, it's Ward next year. That's what we all want to see. Is Ward next year.
All right then. Go with predictions before I've got a question for you. But go with your prediction. How you got this fight?
I don't see anything but an early Kovalev stoppage. If I'm honest, if you look, you want to be aggressive in, good luck. You know what I mean? You want to try and box, eventually it catches you up. Especially Pascal. One thing about Pascal, all of his fights I've seen, every single one of them, the gas tank runs empty from around 8-9. And that's because you're carrying extra muscle that's not natural to you. The gas tank runs empty. So that's going to be a problem as well. I just don't see how you can recover from getting a pasting that you took less than 12 months ago. You had a fight a few months ago where you should have lost, but you got the majority decision because they knew this fight was building. And you've added Freddie Roach. I don't see how those are huge improvements to fight against someone that ring havers think number 4 or 5 in the pound for pound. This guy right now is dominating people. He's coming to his peak in age, peak in confidence, and it's not going to take Jean Pascal to stop him. It's going to take someone like Andre Ward. Pascal hasn't got a chance. Early stoppage, 3 or 4.
All right then. I could agree with you and say early stoppage because I think Pascal wants to fight aggressive and he thinks his best chance to fight aggressive. But like I said with Kovalev in the Hopkins fight, I think Kovalev is smarter than that, and he will say, guess what? This guy wants to fight aggressive. I'm gonna box. Let him walk into my shots. You know what I'm trying. Let him try coming to me, and I could work on him with more things. And I'm gonna go for a late stoppage for Kovalev. I think Pascal will fight aggressive. But as Pascal's got bigger in weight, he seems to gas a little bit more. Even in slow-paced fights, he gasses. So I think it'll be around the same type of time, 8, 9, 10. Pascal will start fast, maybe be winning the fight by a round. It'll be a close fight, but he will fade, and Kovalev will stop him again late.
Same 7, 8 late.
No, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, that's 2. No, you can't have 3 rounds.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10.
Can't pick 3, and then if you get 8, you say I told you so.
8 to 10. But he'll stop it that. It won't go to the championship rounds, I don't think.
Nah, no chance.
But you get a point. It'll be in that type.
Unless it's running.
Yeah, but then Pascal gasses. He can't really run that like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, run out of the ring. Disqualification. DQ.
Right then.
Kermit Cintron. Dun dun dun.
I tell you what, that was a legitimate fall.
Yeah, and then he died.
That was a.
Yeah, I admit he fell, but then he blatantly dived out the ring.
He didn't dive.
Guys, Kermit Cintron, Paul Williams, tell me if Kermit Cintron dived out the ring.
He didn't dive. All right then. Quick question. If Andre Ward,
here we go,
was Andre Ward, the 2012 version of Andre Ward, if you had the same guy right now today, who wins, Kovalev or Andre Ward?
It's a tough one. It is a tough one, but it has to be Kovalev. I can't. I know you're saying the Andre Ward of 2012, and that Andre Ward, the 2 performances that I'm thinking, or the 3 that everyone talks about is Beaker, Froch obviously was in there, and that was a good Froch to be fair. And I can't remember who else he fought around there. Let's just say Kessler because it was Super 6. Those are okay. I mean, I think we get really high on those performances. The Froch one, he still got caught a few times, and Froch was the Beaker one. Beaker was a tougher fight from than Froch. I remember that Beaker. Yeah. Beaker was roughing him up on the ropes.
Walker look at the referee like,
come on, referee,
do something about this.
And I just feel like this Andre Ward thing. Look, he's a great boxer, and I can understand how people look at him and think, "My God, this guy is fantastic." But you got to have something to back up now. I want to see a CV, and your CV's got to start talking to me.
Yeah.
And the CV right now is looking really thin.
Do
you know what I mean? People can't talk to me and say, you know what I mean? So it's almost like the David Haye factor, and obviously very different, but we're going on, okay, what could you do before?
Yeah.
And Andre Ward is a shoulder surgery, like David Haye, quite funny, and he's been out of the ring nearly enough 3 years.
Yeah.
Came back for the Paul Smith fight and didn't look great.
Yeah.
So, although we're saying the best Andre Ward, I still have to go with the Andre Ward I've seen recently. And that Andre Ward I've seen recently could not touch Kovalev. Kovalev at 175 is a brute of a man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Andre Ward, again, 168 fighter, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know actually. Can I change my mind?
Nah, you already said it.
Alright.
I want to go the opposite way.
Yeah, of course.
No, not of course I want. And the reason why, if Andre Ward was the 2012 Andre Ward they fought right now, I'll give a slight edge to Andre Ward and it'd be a points decision.
Because
Andre Ward is so tight on the inside, it'd be hard for Kovalev to get a clean shot off. Kovalev seems to hurt you with a single shot and then opens you up and finishes you off. Andre Ward, that smothering style up on your chest, kind of really tight and close and works those hooks on the inside and the outside, got good hand speed, good balance, and he has good ring IQ of when to shut you down and when to engage, when not to engage. I think it'd be hard for Kovalev to get a clean shot off on him to actually get that opener, then to finish. But it wouldn't be no walk in the park. I'm talking about it'll be split decision, majority decision. It'd be a close fight. But I think right now, as much as I rate Kovalev's ring IQ, I've got to see that ring IQ in with a guy who's got like for like ring IQ and in his physical prime. Unlike the Hopkins fight, obviously. The Hopkins was in his physical prime. I will say this though, and this is not based on today. You can't go back in time.
This is it.
You can't stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't unshoulder surgery yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is based on a 2012 version of if they fought. And if I'm being honest right now, I think we've got much more to see from Kovalev. I think there's so much different styles out there right now for him. We can see him being a much better fighter than he is right now. And he's already tremendous. Andre Ward, on the other hand, like you said, those 3 years off, I don't think it's a good look.
You know what? This Andre Ward thing, it's just... Like, I agree with you. He's a good fighter, and I agree that he's got good ring IQ and he looks fantastic and he talks well. But this lofty, like Ring had him as number 2 for ages. I mean ages. After Pacquiao kind of fell off behind me, and I just looked at the record and I thought, he beat Carl Froch 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You asked Chad Dawson to come down from 175 to 168. He's going to do it for the money, even though he really walks around at 220.
Yeah.
Chad Dawson has said that to everyone. Well, there's Beaker in there. There's Kessler in the super. I don't see this resume that everyone talks about. You know what it is? I think it's Hopkins' fault. There's this comparison with Hopkins that has got everyone a bit miffed that this guy can do anything and everything. And I feel like, yes, he can do well, but I mean, look, did he stop Carl Froch?
No.
Did he stop Beaker?
He's not a puncher.
Did he stop Rodriguez?
Yeah.
He's a very good boxer, but I don't think his tool bag is full of everything.
Yeah, I think his tool bag is pretty full. You know what I mean? Like the punch power is a little weak, but you always go see Dempsey and get a horseshoe.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but think about Andre Ward. Andre Ward, yes, the ring rating is really high and he gets a lot of credit for what he'd done back then. But again, like I said, you've got to use your eyes. What you see is what you've got. And you cannot look at Andre Ward and watch him fight. You might say he's boring. You might say he can't knock you out. You might say he does all the smothering stuff. He's a tremendously skilled fighter.
I agree.
And that's the thing about it. So sometimes, yes, like we said before with Lomachenko, it's what you actually see. So I'm not a big fan of pound for pound list, you know that already. But it's actually what you see. If you have the goods, you have the goods, and there's no way to cut it.
So you think he beats Kovalev?
No. I said the best Andre Ward. If you're talking about what we had 4 years ago, I think he could get a very close decision on Kovalev. Because I think it's very, very hard to hit. And like I said, he stays in your chest. He wouldn't be on the outside. And I'm trying to say, put it this way: you see how Kovalev goes and hunts you down? He wouldn't have to hunt Andre Ward.
Andre will come to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He wouldn't have to hunt him, and that's what makes it different. When you're not hunted, you're scared. You're running.
Down before.
Yeah, he's been put in early in his career.
Early in his career, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 7 or 8 fights.
I remember Carl Froch, you said that in that little face-to-face.
Yeah.
I can knock you out.
Yeah.
Carl Froch can knock you out. Kovalev knocking you out.
I mean, imagine, let's see, you put it like animals. If you've got a wolf and a rabbit, rabbit's always going to be running. You got two wolves in the alleyway in the dark. You got to fight.
If there's two wolves and there's a fight, I'm not wolf. I'm going behind.
No, you get.
I'm going by Sergey.
But you get my point. So it's different.
Sergey.
It's different. When you're the hunter, it's different.
All right, there you go, guys. Bit off track there, but can you blame us? Jean Pascal versus Kovalev. Fight goes down when January 28th.
Yeah, 29th. 29th or 30th, something like
that. It's a good fight. It's not the fight we want. Obviously, we want to see Kovalev Stevenson. We want to see Ward versus Kovalev. That fight probably will happen, hopefully, in the next few months when Ward starts coming back and starts fighting people.
Yeah.
Coming out of his hiatus.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed this happens. I don't think it's going to happen until 2017 personally, because Ward is so inactive. I don't expect Ward to fight 3 fights this year. Just don't expect it. I'll be shocked if Ward, unless he fights January, which he isn't going to fight. He's fighting in March.
He's supposed to fight in March. Supposed to be fighting Barrera.
Barrera in March.
And that fight seems to be a little shaky right now.
We're talking March, possibly so really April.
Yeah.
Talking August maybe.
Summer fight.
And then he's talking December. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe he's waiting for Kovalev to get injured.
There's one.
Yeah, alright, there you go, guys. Kovalev, Pascal, who wins? We think Kovalev wins either early if Pascal tries to engage, or if he tries to box a bit later, like Ryan says. Will Freddie Roach Impact make any difference? I'm not sure. I think Roach is a celebrity trainer, but like Ryan says, he's an aggressive trainer, so that we know, and that's through all his fighters.
Yeah.
Khan, Cotto, Pacquiao, the list goes on. He is an aggressive trainer. So you never know. Who wins though? Tell us what your comments below. Tell us what you think. And the big one, Kovalev Ward. If they fight, who wins? Forget 2012 Ward, because we can't bring that anymore.
No, you can't.
2017, 2016 Ward, does he beat Kovalev? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Leave comments below, email, subscribe and tweet. Peace.